Hawaii actually part of the United States?
No, Hawaii is not part of the United States, and this is the reason why. In 1893, the United States assisted a group of insurgents, about 13 men who were businessmen in the Hawaiian Islands, assisted these insurgents to overthrow the Hawaiian kingdom. Actually, what they did was they dethroned the Queen of Hawaii, who was the head of government. And they took over the government and created what they called provisional government of the Hawaiian kingdom. And then they petitioned Congress to annex the Hawaiian Islands through this provisional government. The United States attempted to do the annexation, but that was blocked by the President of the United States, Grover Cleveland, and so that initial attempt at annexation failed. Grover Cleveland actually described the actions by the insurgents as a group of traitors, that they were a group of traitors. And so the insurgents decided that they would try to change the character of the Hawaiian Islands government by proclaiming the Hawaiian Islands was now the Republic of Hawaii. So this was a self-proclaimed government. The Republic of Hawaii then basically assumed control over the Hawaiian Islands, and in that assuming of control, they presumed that they also owned the lands of the Hawaiian Islands, as well as assumed the jurisdiction. None of this was actually lawful, but they just simply did so. And in 1898, the United States had entered a war with Spain, and actually there was a war going on. Part of that war was going on in the Philippines. So the United States was fighting Spain in the Philippines, and that particular war was over fairly soon. But in order to prosecute that war and the war that followed, which was the Filipino-American War, the United States had to acquire or actually use the naval base at Pearl Harbor. That is, they established a naval base, and they started to use it to quite an extent in order to fight the war in the Philippines. And so after the war was over, the war with Spain, then the United States simply, along with other territories of the Spain that they had conquered or they had won, they just simply snuck Hawaii in as part of it by using a joint resolution of Congress. So after the Spanish-American War, the United States just presumed control over the Hawaiian Islands, and that was in 1898. And the Newlands resolution that was passed by Congress, again without the consent of the Hawaiian people, just presumed that Hawaii became a territory of the United States. And 2 years later, in 1900, the United States passed something called the Organic Act to allow for the administration of the Hawaiian Islands as a territory of the United States. So Hawaii became a territory at that time. At least that's what the United States claimed. And then in 1959, the United States converted that territory into what is called today the state of Hawaii. Now, actually, a lawful entity cannot be created as the result of unlawful acts. And so since the 1893 deposing of the Queen was unlawful, and since the 1898 acquisition or so-called annexation of the Hawaiian Islands was unlawful, then creating a state from that body called the Hawaiian Islands is also unlawful. So the state of Hawaii is not a part of the United States. It's actually a fictitious entity that the United States created to cover up the crime that was committed, the crimes committed since 1898. So Hawaii is not part of the United States by law. It's only by hook and crook. So we are actually working to reestablish the understanding that Hawaii is still Hawaiian Kingdom is still a sovereign nation.